The Song of Triumph by Joseph Murphy. You sing the song of God or the mood of triumph when you subjectively feel that you are that which your five senses tell you you are not. You are then God intoxicated and seized with a divine frenzy, a sort of mad joy. Haven't you at times seen a person bubbling over with enthusiasm and intoxicated with joy? That person is singing the song of God at that moment. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. The real you is a spiritual, eternal, perfect being. You are a living expression of God now. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. When you pray, it is a romance with God or your good. Your desire, when realized, brings you joy and peace. In order to realize the desire of your heart, which is depicted in the Song of Solomon as your beloved, you must woo it. Let that desire of yours captivate, hold, and thrill you. Let it fire your imagination. You will always move in the direction of the desire that dominates your mind. If you are saying to yourself, I can't, it is too late now. I am too old and I don't know the right people. In other words, if you are mentally feeding on all the reasons why you cannot do something or be what you want to be, you are not making thy flock to rest at noon. At noon the sun casts no shadow. Likewise, when you pray, you are not permitted any shadow of fear or doubt to cross your path or deflect you from your goal or aim in life. The world of confusion shall be rejected, and you shall mentally eat of or meditate on the reality of your desire. Once I talked to an alcoholic who said, don't say anything about this God stuff to me. I don't want God. I want healing. This man was deeply resentful toward a former wife who had remarried. Moreover, he was full of grudges against several people. He needed the dove's eyes, which means he needed to see the truth that would give him peace of mind. I asked him, will you pray with me now? All I ask is that you be sincere. If you are, you will experience an inner peace which passeth all human understanding. He relaxed his body, and I said to him, imagine you are talking to the invisible presence within you, the almighty power which created the cosmos. It can do all things. Say, thank you for this inner peace. Say it over and over again. After 10 minutes in silent meditation, he was blinded by an interior inner light. It seemed to come from the floor where he was. The whole room was flooded with light. He exclaimed, all I see is light. What's wrong? Then he relaxed into sleep in my office, and his face did truly shine as the sun. He awakened in about 15 minutes and was completely at peace, saying, God truly is. God is. This man had found his beloved. It had dove's eyes. As you fall asleep at night, tell your desire how fair it is and how wonderful you would feel in realizing it. Begin to fall in love with your ideal. Praise it. Exalt it. Arise, my love. Feel that you are what you want to be. Go to sleep in the consciousness of being or doing what you long to do. I told a man in one of the islands one time to sleep on the idea of success. He was selling magazine subscriptions. He became a great success by following this procedure. I suggested that he think of success prior to sleep. In other words, what success meant to him, what he would do if he were successful. I told him to use his imagination. Then, as he was about to go to sleep, fall in love with the ideal of success. This way, repeat the one word, success, over and over again. He should get into the mood of success, then fall off to sleep in the arms of his everlasting lover. Your divine presence will bring to pass whatever you accept as true. The conditions, experiences, and events of your life are called children of your mind. You know when there is no longer any argument or doubt in your conscious or subconscious mind, your prayer is answered, because the two have agreed as touching upon, and it is so. I had a long talk with a man in England who had trouble with his leg. He had been confined to his home for 9 months and was unable to lean on his leg or walk. The first thing I did was to ask him what he would do if he were healed. He said, I would again play polo, swim, golf, and climb the Alps, which I used to do every year. That was the answer I was seeking. I told him in the simplest way how to achieve the perfect use of his legs again. The first thing was to imagine he was doing the things he would do. I painted an imaginary picture for him. For 15 or 20 minutes, 3 times a day, he sat in his study and imagined he was playing polo. He assumed the mental mood of actually performing the role of a polo player. He became the actor. An actor participates in the role. Note carefully that he did not see himself playing polo. That would be an illusion. He felt himself playing polo. He actualized it by living the drama in his mind or banquet house. At noon, he would quiet the mind, still the body, and feel his alpine clothes on him. He would feel and imagine he was climbing the Alps. He would feel the cold air on his face and hear the voice of his old associates. He lived the drama and felt the naturalness and the tangibility of the rocks. At night, prior to sleep, before going into the arms of his beloved, his deeper self, he would play a game of golf. He would hold the club, touch the ball with his hand, put it in place, and tee off. He would swing his clubs and delight in watching where the ball went. Within 2 months, this man's leg was healed. He did all the things he imagined he would do. The ideal of climbing the Alps, plus the desire to play polo again, said to this man, "Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away." From your belief in a physical handicap, this is what he did. The law of the subconscious is one of compulsion. When you subjectively feel you are swimming, for example, when you feel the chill of the water and the naturalness of your various swimming strokes, you will sooner or later be compelled to swim. Whatever the handicap, whether fear or physical condition, you will do what you subjectively felt you were doing. Your desire, dream, ambition, goal, or aim is your savior. It is walking down the corridor of your mind, saying to you, "Arise, my love, and come away, and enjoy the good and glorious things of life." No matter what the problem is or its magnitude, you have really nothing to do but convince yourself of the truth that you are affirming. As quickly as you succeed in convincing yourself of the reality of your desire, results will automatically follow. Your subconscious mind will faithfully reproduce what you impregnated within it. The Bible says, "Choose you this day whom ye will serve." You have the freedom to choose the tone, feeling, or mood you enter into. The manifestation of your feeling or conviction is the secret of your lover or subconscious mind. Your external actions are, therefore, determined by your subconscious beliefs and impressions. Your thoughts and feelings determine your destiny. The knowledge of truth is saying to you now, the winter is past. The rain is over and gone. The winter represents that cold state when the seeds are frozen in the bosom of the earth and nothing is growing. The winter and all the seasons are in your mind. Do everything from the standpoint of the one God and His love. For instance, when you shop, pray before purchasing. Say, "God guides me in all my purchases." Say quietly to the sales lady or salesman, "God is prospering him." Whatever you do, do it with love and goodwill. Pour out love, peace, and goodwill to all. Claim frequently that God's love and transcendent beauty flow through all my thoughts, words, and actions. Make a habit of this. Fill your mind with eternal verities. Then you'll see that the flowers appear on the earth. The time of the singing of birds is come. You will begin to flower. Yes, you will begin to blossom forth. When you go into a home and you see confusion, quarreling, and strife, you will realize within yourself that the peace of God reigns supreme in the minds and hearts of all those in this house. You will see the flower of peace made manifest and expressed. Where you see financial lack and limitation, you will realize the infinite abundance and wealth of the God forever flowing, filling up all the empty vessels and leaving a divine surplus. As you do this, you will live in the garden of God, where only orchids and all beautiful flowers grow, for only God's ideas circulate in you. Tennyson said, "Speak to him, thou, for he hears, and spirit with spirit can meet. Closer is he than breathing, and nearer than hands and feet." One time, as a boy, I was lost in the woods. I sat down under a tree and remembered a prayer that starts with, "Our Father, He will show us the way. Let us be quiet, and He will lead us." I quietly repeated, "Father, lead us." A wave of peace came over me, which I can still recall. The voice of the turtle dove became real. The turtle dove is intuition, which means being taught from within. An overpouring feeling came over me to go in a certain direction, as if I were being pushed ahead. 2 of the boys came with me. The others did not. We were led out of that thick jungle, as if by an unseen hand. Great musicians have listened and heard the music within. They wrote down what they heard inwardly in meditation. Lincoln listened to the principle of liberty. Beethoven heard the principle of harmony. If you are intensely interested in the principle of mathematics, you are loving it. As you love it, it will reveal all its secrets to you. Jesus heard the voice of the turtle dove when he said, "Peace leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not that the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." How wonderful you will feel as you drink in these words and fill your mind with their therapeutic potency. Job heard the voice of the turtle dove when he said, "Acquaint now thyself with him, and be at peace. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace." If you want guidance, claim infinite intelligence is guiding you now. It will differentiate itself as right action on you. You will know you have received the answer, for the dove of peace will whisper in your ear, "Peace, be still." You will know the divine answer, for you will be at peace, and your decision will be right. A girl recently was wondering whether to accept a position in New York for considerably more money or remain in Los Angeles in her present position. At night, as she went to sleep, she asked herself this question: what would be my reaction if I had made the right decision now? The answer came to her: I would feel wonderful. I would feel happy having made the right decision. Then she said, I will act as though I had made the right decision. And she began to say, "Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful?" over and over again as a lullaby, and lulled herself to sleep in the feeling, it is wonderful. She had a dream that night, and the voice in the dream said, "Stand still, stand still." She awakened immediately and knew, of course, that was the voice of the turtle dove, the voice of intuition. The fourth dimensional self within her can see ahead. It knows all and sees all. It can read the mind of the owners of the businesses in the East. She remained in her present position. Subsequent events proved the truth of her inner voice. The Eastern concern went into bankruptcy. I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. By realizing and knowing these qualities and attributes of God, and being expressed through you, and that you are a channel for the divine, every atom of your being begins to dance to the rhythm of the eternal God. Beauty, order, harmony, and peace appear in your mind, body, and business world as you feed among the lilies. You feel your oneness with God, life, and God's infinite riches. You are married to your beloved, for you are now married to God. You are a bride of the Lord, I am. From this moment forward, you will bring forth children of your beloved. They will bear the image and likeness of their father and mother. The father is God's idea. The mother is the emotionalization the emotionalizing of the idea, and its subjective embodiment. From that union of idea and feeling come forth your health, abundance, happiness, and inner peace. When you go to sleep tonight, forgive everyone and imagine and feel your desire is fulfilled. Become absolutely and completely indifferent to all thoughts of failure because you know the law. You now know the law, and you accept the end. You have, as Thomas Troward so beautifully stated, willed the means to the realization of the end. As you are about to enter sleep, galvanize yourself into the feeling of being or having your desire. Your mental acceptance or your feeling as you go to sleep in the request you make of your beloved. Then she looks at your request, conviction in the subconscious mind. And being the absolute lover, she must give you what you asked. When you pray, accept as true what your reason and five senses deny and reject. Remain faithful to your idea by being full of faith every step of the way. When your consciousness is fully qualified with the acceptance of your desire, all the fear will go away. Trust in the reality of your idea or desire until you are filled full of the feeling of being it. Then the day will break and all shadows will flee away. Yes, the answer to your prayer will come and light up the heavens of your mind, bringing you peace, no matter what the problem is, how acute, dark, or hopeless things seem to be. Turn now to God and say, how is it in God and heaven? The answer will softly steal over your mind like the dew from heaven. All is peace, joy, bliss, perfection, wholeness, harmony, and beauty. Then reject the evidence of your senses and feed among the lilies of God in heaven, such as peace, harmony, joy, and perfection. Realize what is true of God must be true of you and your surroundings. Continue in this abiding trust and faith in God until the day breaks and the shadows flee away.